Alrighty, Lionel with you, and Wednesday nights, if you can't be there in front of your TV, you must TiVo it. Do we even have TiVo anymore? DVR it, record it. Chocolate News is nothing short of hysterical. David Alan Grier is the star of it and plays every role in it. David Alan Grier, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Oh, don't play. You're
tired.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I want to get this out of the way and explain this. David is appearing at Comics Comedy Club here in Manhattan tonight. 2 shows, 8 and 10:30. And tomorrow night, 2 shows, 8 p.m. and 10:30. Where is Comics Comedy Club?
It's downtown. It's in the Meatpacking District. It's that's as close as I can tell you.
Oh, it's on 14th Street.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes, absolutely.
My good
New
friend
club,
Richard
beautiful
Belzer
club.
plays there all the time.
Yeah.
Chocolate News is great.
Thank you.
For somebody from another planet who has just awakened from a coma, David Alan Grier, what is Chocolate News?
Well, basically, it's a sketch show, but it's a higher concept sketch show. It's kind of like I'm poking fun at all of those shows we've grown up watching that are unabashedly ethnic, you know. So if it were for a Hispanic audience, it would be nosotros. You know, they have to have a name that evokes, you know, positively black or, you know. So the Chocolate News, Tavis Smiley, any of those shows we've seen. I know Gil Noble used to have a show here in New York that was on, like at 3 a.m., you know.
Well, remember, who was it who on SNL they did... This is Lionel with black perspectives, black right, and they never got to never got to anything. It was like this. Okay, we'll give you the show at 3 a.m. Talk about something.
Well, it was federally mandated. You know, it was supposed to be. You know, that public television had to do this what they called community television, and so they would
SCTV did the Great White North pursuant to a Canadian rule, and they said, "Oh, you want Canadian? Well, we're going to give it to you," and that's that. Who is? I don't know what you call it, but your persona, whoever this, not angry, but defiant, PO'd, no nonsense, cracks me up. Who is that?
He's several people. I mean, the way I describe him, he's kind of like, I started at Stephen A. Smith, who's this African-American sports broadcaster who I love, but he is the same way. But it's just about sports. You know, he would say, the Knicks will never win a championship. I don't care if you get Kobe Bryant. They will not do it. You know, he's that guy. So it's that's a part of it. And also it's like the McLaughlin group. You know, when you have the old McLaughlin group, we started doing a round table on the show. Right. You know, Eleanor Holmes Norton, what do you say? You're wrong.
Jack Bond.
Yeah, I call on you, sir. Absolutely wrong. I disagree. So that guy, hard-headed, and he thinks he knows everything. So the Black Bill O'Reilly. Maybe.
And well, yes, well, I guess, but what it is it's, and I don't want to get into this argument. Now, I couldn't say that. Well, why?
Of course not.
Why it wouldn't be funny?
No, I mean, but
why, if I said the bit you did on Beyonce's skin, was great. Now,
but some of it is like, it's not like, you know, it's like when we used to do In Living Color. It's not that you can't say it, but there's certain things that black people are more obsessed with, you know, and that's one of those things. And because if you noticed, like we talked about it in the writer's room, like if a black celebrity does bad, then you get darker. But if you get more successful, you get lighter. Because like we were talking about O.J.
Simpson,
He was blue-black. He was really dark. They were like, O.J. Simpson, where is he? You know, he's on the run. He was all dark, you know, and we've seen that before. That like, it's weird. And now by computer, they can make you anything.
Now, do you have, this is for some reason the perennial question, David Alan Grier, and I love, by the way, you could be a mass murderer, you know that too, or a serial killer. But people say, why is it that people don't find anything to kid Barack Obama about? Is it because he's, or how about he's not goofy, he doesn't misspell words?
Not yet. I mean, you know, that's the one question I get from every journalist. How do you make fun of Barack Obama? And it's like, we will, first of all, I think
wait till he earns it.
His cabinet, his presidency will take shape, and we'll find humor in it. He's a human being. He'll do something. And usually the country latches on to innocuous behavior. Like if he stumbles down some stairs, mispronounces a word or something, or vomits in a Chinese official's lap, then we will have some knee slappers. But so far, he is tight. He is hard to get a beat on. You know, he's not dyslexic like President Bush or
that David Alan Grier. It's like, well, you want it both ways, don't you?
Right.
Yeah, you think it's funny when George Bush. No, I think that if he were to me, his visage, if you will, is stiff, not very. That's about it.
Yeah, for now.
But that's not a knee slapper.
No, I mean the one thing that we did on the show is, as soon as he was elected, they started showing pictures of him in a tracksuit. And so but again, as an African American, my knee-jerk reaction is, dude, what are you doing, man? You didn't give it the office yet. Put the suit back on. What are you doing? Don't wear, what's next? Flip-flops? It's like, please, wait till you get in the White House. We voted for the suit guy, But
do you know who I loved and missed so much? And I was one of the few people who agree with him, Reverend Wright. I thought Reverend Wright, who would do that, but always read.
Well, you know what? I will say this.
Because what he said was not that far-fetched.
No.
Just don't scream it. If Mr. Rogers had said, God damn, America, I don't think people would have. It's the
everything he said was, not everything, but a lot of things were true. And
that's what I said.
Well, I was having dinner with a friend, African-American dude I grew up with. He said, we were talking about Reverend Wright, and he said, to black people, that's like, everybody's black minister said something close to that at some point in church. It was no different than my Jewish friend who said her rabbi would say, do not assimilate. Do not assimilate. That is your duty. Now, it's not right now. That means, if you're running for president and Jewish, maybe that's not too PC, but that's what they said.